Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Lord Rick, AngelOfThyNight. I hope everybody had a safe and happy holiday. Let me take the time to thank those members, those very few 8 members who wished me a Merry Christmas or sent me a virtual card. I did get a couple cards in the mail, so bless your hearts, thanks a lot. Those are the type of good deeds that'll keep a founder going. And of course, you know, now that the new year is about to begin, we got a whole bunch of different things going on. As you can see today, I got the logo out. Our logo is very special. I mean, it symbolizes our group, it symbolizes who we are. And of course, each logo is like a puzzle piece, and they're well thought out and they're well put together. The logo was hand sketched and it was designed at our meetup by me personally. I'm somewhat an artist, although it is very hard for me to sketch because my wrist and my hands are pretty bad. It's just, you know, I got medical problems just like anybody else. But I was able to do it. I was able to actually do the last few logos. And then of course we integrate them online and with color and everything else. And we add them on women's apparel, coffee mugs, bear steins, men's shirts, backpacks, bumper stickers, our clock, etc., etc. And of course, if you want to buy some apparel from us, you just go to www.paranormalghostsociety.org and you click the Our Logo Wear button. On that page, some of the products need to be updated. Some of them I'm going to adjust the price on. I'm also going to be adding new products next year. The new logo is going to have the sea monster on it, so you can probably get a coffee mug with the sea monster, or something that says Paranormal Ghost Society with the swords. But our logo wear is very sharp, and you know, it's something that you should collect over the years because some of them are limited. The bear steins are not going to be available forever. You know, you can collect them, you can put them in a cabinet, but they're collector's items. And, you know, and they will go up eventually as the group stays around longer over time. And eventually one day we will retire. But for now we have a very long-term commitment towards the paranormal. Also, if you take the time to look at our guest book. I want people to understand what you're about to see in our guest book is pure hatred. And that comes from a group, the only group in people harassing us online, from a site called UER.ca. And if you look, the day after Christmas, the owner of that site with the initials AV signed my guest book, and you'll be quite surprised to read what you hear. So what I am asking, and I'm going to keep sending out these voicemails until every member at least takes the time to listen to them or assist me. Hate sites, hatred, threats, perversion, threats towards my family, my sons, what we do, defamation of character, all that is illegal. And you know, at this point, sites like that need to be shut down. I have nothing against sites that go out adventuring. I have nothing against sites that want to investigate ghosts or that are skeptical. What I am against is people who abuse other people. It's not right to do just because you can hide behind your computer. Because chances are, if I seen you in person, I'd punch your lights out. Man to man. And you know, this kind of attitude is intolerable. But since you're on a computer, it becomes criminal because you're harassing. And eventually, even though this group thinks, oh, my site can't get shut down, yes, it can. And you didn't heed my warning. And now, appropriate action is going to take place. So, after each member sees my guest book, I want you to take the time to actually turn these people in. Because, like I said, we're not a group that goes around flaming people. We're here to help people. Our beliefs might be different than other people's beliefs, but this is our group. And flaming, anger, and all these things are not going to go on within our group. It might go on over there, but because of their hatred and anger, they're trying to cause problems for the members and myself. And members who read the guest book and enjoy it can't enjoy it because of little boys like that. So that's all I'm going to say about it. On to the next topic. Right now, we're less than 2 months away from going to New Jersey. New Jersey is going to be a huge investigation. We got a couple guys and a girl. Hopefully we'll get a couple more people. We're going to be camping in the Pine Barrens. We're going to be tracking the New Jersey Devil. We're also going to be looking for ghosts at some haunted locations. I have a nice few days planned. I couldn't ask for a better person than to do this with Adam. And he's one of our members who does actually post on our MySpace group now and then, which is good enough for me. Posting far beats any donation that I get. But there are many ways you can help the group, and posting is just one of them, because it shows that you want to get involved. It shows that you're serious about this and that you have love for the paranormal. And also, there's nothing wrong with being inquisitive. But I am your leader, and this is where I stand. And it's my job to make sure everybody's motivated and gets involved. It's not going to probably be a New Year's Eve party. I'm canceling it because I'm not going to spend money on one person that shows. I'm not going to spend money on 2 people that shows. It's that plain and simple. And I'm not going to have a meetup next month either. It has nothing to do with the threats or the harassment. It has to do with people are just being downright lazy and rude. They don't appreciate us. And I think that's half of the problem in life. I think sometimes when a group becomes so good of a group and so large and so successful, what it generates is hate and anger and jealousy from other people. Sometimes when somebody has a lot of knowledge, people get scared of that. And at first we started off, things were slow, then investigations increased, and then I brought you some pretty good entity pictures up in New York and around Pennsylvania, and people are so scared and so fearful of, someone that might possess good knowledge, ancient knowledge, someone who might be a good psychic and actually know what they're talking about, and turn around and persecute them, and members who just don't want to show to meetups. You're nothing but a bunch of chickens, and you're hiding on the computer, and you're missing out on making new friends, and you're missing out on something fun. And of course, if anybody can answer anybody's questions here, it's probably me, because my knowledge is very vast when dealing with the paranormal. I mean, we cover just about any topic. But anyways, as you can see, the new logo's out. I'm going to be updating some conventions. Our logo, we're the graffiti page, all sometime in the beginning of 2007. I got another update to put out. I'm pretty excited about putting out this update because we went to a tavern, and it's one of the only ones in Florida. There's not that many that are out here. And it was a pretty rough hike. The raindrops were about the size of quarters. It was windy. It was coming down for 2 straight hours, hardcore. Me and Andrew got caught in the middle of it. We were in the woods. We were hiking. I mean, it was just an intense investigation. Probably one of the most spooky investigations because we were in the woods hiking on trails. We were hiking through springs and in this cave, and you know, here it is, it's a storm out. We can't see, our glasses are wet, our clothes are wet. Even if we take off our wet glasses, it just was a giant blur. And we're hiking through the woods, and we're just having a grand old time. So that investigation should be up on our site within a week. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I was pretty busy. I spent yesterday and partially today playing with toys. You know, it's kind of funny how it works. You know, you end up trying to, you know, play Santa Claus and all these things, and you end up playing with the toys yourself. Besides eating the cookies and milk and getting fat, which is not a good thing, especially for hiking. But now that the holidays are over, just about, you know, I can get back to sending out the sends every day. Our first investigation should be after the new year. We have trips coming up to Gainesville, Tampa Bay. We got a lot of nice things going on. And don't let anybody fool you with this harassment that we've been facing. We're not quitting, we're not shutting down. They're just fooling themselves because they ain't got nothing better to do. And, you know, the only hate mail we get is from that site. And why? Because there's defamatory remarks towards me. I mean, so everybody's got to join in. That's kind of lame. You know, it's like, that's your best shot. If you want to give me a best shot, come see me in person. Give me your best shot. You get the first punch. I mean, be a man about it. But don't talk crap about me online if you don't know who I am. As long as my kids are healthy, as long as I got my ghost, and as long as I can see a nice Florida blonde, I'm a pretty happy guy. So my spirit isn't ruined. You know, we got some harassment on Christmas, which tells me they must have had a pretty miserable holiday to be harassing the Paranormal and Ghost Society. Nothing really else to say. I'm just, you know, wanted to take the time to thank those who sent out a couple Christmas cards or a couple virtual cards. You know, it seems like it's always the same people who are involved with, you know, and that's fine. But I'd like to also see some new people get involved, because some of the friendships I've had through this organization have lasted 5-6 years now. So, I mean, that's how solid of a leader I am. And it's about making long-term friends. And that's why our motto is truth, adventure, and friendship. Because those are the three things that we want to bring you over the years to come. So anyways, I hope you enjoy our new logo. The New Year's party's probably canceled, unless I see a couple people say, hey, I want to come hang out for the night. You know, we always have music and food and beer and booze and everything else at our parties. Some of them are wild and crazy, some are calm. But this is not some party where we're wearing a bunch of white coats and playing doctor, you know. I mean, our parties are a lot of fun. Sometimes I give out prizes. Sometimes we have a fireworks display. But, you know, we're like a corporation. You know, we have family picnics. We have group gatherings and get-togethers. We're family-orientated. And, you know, we're a great group. And these holidays were good to us. We did a lot of investigations. We brought you not a lot of ghost pictures, but we brought you a lot of adventure. And, you know, like Andrew and a lot of friends tell me, you should probably charge $100 per adventure, because it's just, I mean, the adventures we do are like safaris. I mean, they're just totally amazing, the stuff that we do in the woods. I mean, you just don't see it in the pictures. And, I mean, being there is a whole different situation. I'd also like to take the time to say that I may be putting a password on the site next year. Could happen in a couple years. Could happen in a couple months. I don't know. But I may only allow about 20 people on the site in. It may seem prudish of me, but this is how I look at it. I look at it in the fact that if you're not going to get involved or appreciate us, we don't have to let you on our site. You know, you may not like our site, maybe you do. I don't know. But when people don't donate, when people don't show the parties and meetups, then you're not going to be looking at the meetup pictures. You're not going to be looking at the party pictures. You're not going to be looking at the pictures from our journeys. Because, you know, if you don't care about us, then we're going to take that away from you. And if people don't stop harassing us, we're going to be left with no choice but to put a password on the site. And people like Lana and Jill and Tracy and Jim and Cher and Carol and Dale, people like that are going to get the password, and I'm going to say, hell, nobody else is getting it. It's that, because I honestly do think that over the years what starts to happen is people take you for granted. You know, here I pay for the site, I pay for this, I pay for that, and people become relaxed. They think, you know, oh, he's a nice guy, he'll pay for it all. You know, and it's a team and group effort. Everybody should chip in with everything, and those that aren't doing it are not going to be allowed on the site probably, because I'm tired of people being thieves. You know, people steal. People, I mean, I know 2 people so far that have made money off my work. It's not right, and it's going to stop, and I'm going to put a stop to it. It's, you know, I'm a very nice guy unless you piss me off. Then you're dealing with another whole new man. But I'm not going to be used. I'm not going to be taken for granted. What I notice is with society is that when somebody has a lot of knowledge, power, when somebody succeeds, it makes society very angry, very jealous. Some of those people will go as far as murdering somebody out of jealousy or anger or hatred. You know, over the years, I've gotten pretty good at doing what I do. And it's created people to either A, fear me, or B, you know, they think that they're trying to scare me. And it's one or the other, fear or scare. You know, I'm not a religious man, and like I said in my other voicemail, Jesus was this type of man. Jesus was a man of knowledge, a man of power. And people eventually feared him. They feared him so much that they had to crucify him. And they threw fruit at him. They made fun of him, and they spit on him, and they called him names, and they did all these things. And I sort of compare myself to him, because that's what people are doing to me. They're crucifying me, all because I'm good at what I do. All because they're trying to find a reason not to believe in the great things that I do. Working with entities and photographing them is an art. It's an ancient art as far as I'm concerned, to be able to get a demon to come up to you for a photograph. It's not easy, and it's a very ancient practice. And I'm not going to share with the world my secrets or my abilities. But that gives no right for a person to sit there and harass me because they're scared, or they think I'm some devil worshiper because I work with entities. This is what I do. This is my profession. I'm good at it. I enjoy it, and I understand it very well. And I understand the secrets of life and death and the afterlife and where you go and what happens. I understand it all. Very clear. But this is the way it goes. And if members are not going to get involved, they're not going to be allowed on the site in the next year or 2. You know, we got a lot going on. We're going to have more news articles. I'm talking to a TV producer who wants to put us on national TV for on a haunted hotel. So, you know, we got a lot going on. So I don't know, you know, these people that are full of hatred, I don't know what they think they're doing, because their little attempt to get an army against me, it's going to fail, because our hard work speaks through the press and television programs and things like that, and our website. Anyhow, I'm going to be signing off. I will try to get some sends done tonight, if not tomorrow. You know, like I said, if you have not done so, check out the new logo. I mean, it's very nice. And if you got any questions, you can always email me. You know, but you know, all these people lately demanding favors and asking for favors. It's like, who the hell are you? You know, you want favors, but if you don't help me, I'm not going to help you. It has to go both ways. And there's a lot of people out there who are greedy and they don't want to, you know, they don't want to donate. They don't want to come on investigations. They don't want to come to the party. Because nobody came up to the meetup, I ended up designing the logo right at the meetup. I'm sure the waitress thought I was pretty nuts, but I don't get a lot of peace and quiet being a father of 3 boys. You know, try sketching something at home. It just doesn't work. But I want to thank those again who wished me a Merry Christmas. You know, there was about 8 of you who did out of 11,000 people. You know, I appreciate you. I'm glad that there are fans out there who appreciate me. There's, you know, many rewards in the future to being part of this group. And you as members make the group what it is. You know, I can easily walk away from it tomorrow and I'll just run the site if people aren't going to get involved. Because I'm not going to tolerate people who hate me. I'm not going to tolerate people who harass me. I don't have to. I volunteer for free. I don't mind helping. I don't mind giving. As long as it's teamwork and equal mutual respect and mutual understanding. I would say that's fair enough. I'm signing out. Like I said, if you have any questions, contact me. We're going to be working on trying to get that harassment site shut down right now. I have talked to my attorney, and he says pretty much, you know, I can sue UER and its members for a lot of money. If I do end up doing this, I may end up giving those that help me out a pretty good cut. Because, you know, anybody who helps me out involved in this deserves to be compensated for it. I'm not a greedy guy. I'm not about the money. It's just about, you know, you don't harass me, I don't harass you. You don't threaten me, I don't threaten you. But if you turn around and you defame me and my guest book and send hate mail and stuff, you're going to be turned in. And I think that's pretty reasonable. Anyhow, this is AngelOfThyNight, Lord Rick. I'm signing out. I hope everybody had a safe holiday. Thank you, members. Thank you, fans. Have a good evening.